Santa Rosalia, Mexico, August 19, 2023. Where a strong Hilary storm brought high wave and damaging flash floods in several areas of Mexico.
No mames, ¿sí la planchó? ¡Ayúdala, güey!
A very strong Hilary hurricane caused some chaos in several cities of Mexico. In the Baja California Peninsula, images and videos shared on social media show flash floods in the coastal town of Santa Rosalia on the eastern side of Baja California Peninsula, with water gushing down what used to be a road, sweeping away a tree. Some school and other non-essential activities were cancelled through Monday, and authorities in Mexico's second-largest city, Tijuana, urged people in high-risk zone to move to temporary shelters. Hurricane Hilary is causing the growth of streams and channels in the community of Mulegé to the point that elements of the special team proceeded to evacuate the center of the city of Santa Rosalia. The strong currents forced the evacuations of the people who live in the municipality to shelter in temporary shelters. The water that has been running is incredible. There was a moment when the embankment that crosses Santa Rosalia overflowed.
Es muy peligroso cruzar los arroyos en estos momentos. Estamos por la Bocana, Santa Rosalía.
Right now, there are several places from the first streets, the one most at risk. At this time, it reports that there are cuts along the entire Trans-Peninsular Highway in the municipality without access to towns in the north and south. On Saturday, August 19, many residents are already reported power cuts in most towns. They detailed that in the last few hours, a sinkhole was formed at kilometer 14 of the Santa Rosalía-San Ignacio highway in the area known as la Cuesta del Infierno. A sewer that was opened again will require work. The passage between San Ignacio and Santa Rosalia is blocked. In videos that the inhabitants of Mulegé share on social networks, it is shown how the movement of the stream has isolated the populations, for which the Civil Protection Council urged the population to avoid risk and take shelter. Mayor has asked all residents of the downtown area of Santa Rosalia to go to a shelter, given the large flow of the stream that formed on Manuel F. Montoya that has overflowed and has begun to flood residential areas due to the large amount of water that the passage of Hurricane Hilary has thrown.
Pues empezó a llover como a las 5:30, 5:40 de la mañana. Llovió en rato, dejaba de llover, llovía y así está.
As of 6 GMT, Hilary was about 450 miles south-southeast of San Diego, the NHE said. The storm was moving north until northwest at nearly 20 miles per hour, taking maximum sustained wind of nearly 85 miles per hour. U.S. authorities have warned citizens and businesses to take precautions. Nearly 200 flights scheduled for Sunday at the San Diego International Airport have been cancelled and another 185 on Monday, according to the FlightAware website. Meanwhile, in California, Hilary is likely to be the first tropical storm to hit Southern California in 84 years. It was weakened from a major Category 3 hurricane to a Category 2 storm at midday and is expected to lose strength further as it tracks northward. Despite Hilary's downgraded status, California Governor Gavin Newsom proclaimed a state of emergency Saturday and officials urged people to finish their preparation by sundown. Forecasters say the storm could bring heavy rainfall to the southwestern United States, dumping 8 to 15 centimeters in places with isolated amount of to 25 centimeters in portions of southern California and southern Nevada. Meteorologists also expect Hilary to turn up, threatening surf conditions and rip currents, including waves up to 12 meters high along Mexico's Pacific coast. Officials issued an evacuation advisory for the tourist destination of Santa Catalina Island, 37 kilometers off the southern California coast, while authorities in Los Angeles scrambled to get those residents off the street and into shelters. The U.S. National Hurricane Center issued tropical storm and potential flood warnings for Southern California from the Pacific coast to interior mountains and deserts. The San Bernardino County Sheriff on Saturday issued evacuation warnings for several mountain and foothill communities ahead of the storm. U.S. National Weather Service Warning Coordination meteorologists said experts forecast flash floods, mudslides, isolated tornadoes, and wind damage to Southern California. Heavy rainfall and strong winds already were setting in on Saturday, with power outage expected. On Friday, Hilary had rapidly strengthened, becoming an exceedingly dangerous Category 4 major hurricane for a time with top sustained wind of 230 km per hour at its peak.
Refrigeradores, llantas, tambos, de todo.
Its maximum sustained wind initially dropped to 185 km per hour on Saturday as a Category 3 storm, before further weakening into 177 km per hour, making it a Category 2. It was moving north until northwest at 27 km per hour and was expected to turn more toward the north and pick up speed.